So they're doing their base noise harassment next door, which my phone usually doesn't pick up. But I'm going to put my phone over there anyway, see if it does. And if it does, I will post it. Their dog was whimpering a few minutes ago, um, which he does often. I do have to contact the Humane Society about that. I did post a short of the dog in a cage outside. The cage is obviously too small for him, and the hose was running into the cage to make things worse. The dog could barely stand all the way up or sit down. And I hear that dog crying through the wall all the time. And I don't mess around with animal abuse. So these people are screwing with the wrong person. Okay, so you may or may not hear the bass. You may or may not hear the dog. Okay, but we'll give it a shot. Once I get my phone stabilized. Let's see. These people literally are cowards, and they do know when you're videoing and when you're attempting to audio and video. Um, they're very well aware of it. The handlers let them know when your camera is rolling. You're being watched 24/7 in your home. They know when you turn on the video camera and your phone is hacked. Hi, I won't be talking to the chat for a few minutes because trying to catch some audio. But I'll be right back. They're going to be quiet as a church mouse, though. You know how that goes. As soon as I turn that off, though, it's going to be gangbusters. And these people are about to go down because everybody's talking about this now. So let them think that they're badasses and that they're ruling the world because they're all about to get busted. Right? Pride comes before a fall. When I took that video of the dog was about 3 weeks ago. I did call 911 because it was a Sunday and animal control was closed. And the animal control site said that if they're closed to call 911. So I called 911, and when you are a targeted individual, your calls do not go through to 911. They go through to a fake TI call center to make you believe that you're talking to 911. And then they will send people dressed like cops that are in on this to come to your home and not resolve your issue. Okay. So when I was at the food shelter 3 weeks ago, it was in the same parking lot as animal control, so I stopped there first and I spoke to an officer about this, about the dog, and he told me to call the Humane Society. So nobody wants to take care of this issue. It's looking like a Gangstalking setup on my end over here. Like they're trying to turn it around on me. Well, that ain't gonna happen. It's clearly animal abuse. I've got a video of a dog in a cage that is 2 sizes too small for him. And I will catch him whimpering through the wall so that you can hear it. It goes on all the time. Okay. They've got 2 dogs. They have a pit bull and they have a white dog with black marks on him. I don't know what kind of dog it is, but that's the one that's being abused, the white dog. Right now they're over there at their base, which my phone does not pick up. I don't understand how I can hear it so clearly from where I'm sitting, but you can't hear it on the phone. I'm gonna have to get in my audio settings and fix those. Right. You're gonna have to fix my audio settings. Because it'll pick up the ticking clock in my room, and I can't even hear that unless I'm making a video. Then I hear the ticking clock. So my audio settings are way off. This is the 3rd time today I'm picking up a bunch of cat food off of the floor that my cats did not put there. Okay. That's all right. Little hands come up through the floor and just throw whatever they want all over the place. And no, I ain't making it up. That is absolutely going on. Okay. They have full access to my apartment without using the doors and windows. Some of the floorboards go down and they can get into my apartment through the closets. They also are using what's called invisible cloaking. It's invisible fabric, and if you don't believe me that it exists, go on Amazon, because it does. They're making whole suits out of it. A lot of criminal activity is getting done by using invisible cloaking. I'm 58 years old. I have been targeted since age 17. And just in this apartment alone, 7 years. Just in this apartment alone. Okay. I've been gang stalked for 40 years. 4 decades. Okay. But it's looking like there's light at the end of the tunnel with this, because there are very prominent people speaking out about this. Okay, so I don't believe it's going to be much longer before this criminal network is taken down and exposed. I really don't. They're using silicone outfits. They're using silicone masks. They're using invisible cloaking. They are spying on you and monitoring you with hidden cameras. They're hacking your devices. They're in your phones. If you have a vehicle, they are absolutely tampering with it. Or trying to kill you in it. Or trying to cause car accidents all the time. They want you broke. They want you destitute. They want you homeless. They want you dead. They want you running to the police for everything. They want you in the corner crying like a baby. They want you in a mental facility. They want you doing everything but talking about this crime. Right? And we've all got video cameras in our hands at all times, at our disposal, and we all need to start using them. Because I can tell you, after being a target for as long as I have, that they don't have too many vulnerabilities. Okay, this is a very highly organized criminal network, but they can't stand audio and video cameras. They can't stand it. All right, use them. All right. Use the power that you do have. I'm sorry I'm not answering any of the chat because I will when I pick up my camera. It's on the wall right now. I am very happy that I did not find out what gangstalking was until I was 52 years old, which was 6 years ago. I'm very happy that I did not find out what it was until then. Or I might be in prison right now. Especially when I know who's orchestrating mine. Okay. I would definitely be in prison right now. Okay. That's right. For life. You could read between the lines on that one. It is both a blessing and a curse to be a target. You're blessed because this is demonic activity being waged against Christians. Okay. It's a curse because this was the only human life you had to live. However, you have to remember that this human life that we live is temporary for a reason. We're not here to fulfill our own dreams. We are here to serve God and to do the will of God in our lives. And had these people not messed with me, you know, and had I gotten everything I strived to get in this life, I would have my eyes on the world and not on God. So it absolutely is a blessing. for any of you crying out there. Or could be worse. You could be one of them. Okay. That's right. And I really pray that you look at it that way. You cannot be demonically possessed if you're a born-again Christian, but you can be oppressed by demons. And that's what's happening to us. Satan is not omnipresent like God. He can't be everywhere at all times like God can be. That is why he needs spyware and workers. That's right. Okay, they just turned the bass up, but I still don't know if you'll be able to hear it. They just turned it up quite a bit. But that's their job next door, is to noise harass me and to vandalize the yard. They're not the ones that are actually inside my apartment doing things. I know who's doing that. Mary tells them when to do the bass, and they say how loud. That's how that goes. That's right. I can say her name. Last thing I knew, she didn't even remember her own name. I can play along with that. Of course I can. If she wants to try to establish an alibi for herself by having her sister sign her into an assisted living facility and then pretending to have dementia so that she's not, flagged for being a part of this crime, then I can talk about her all I want. She doesn't even know who she is. Isn't that right, Mary? Isn't that right, Carl? And the beauty of this whole thing on my end here is I only have to get one person caught, and then all the dominoes fall. They all fall. I just got to catch that first domino. The Oakland County child killer, who is a part of this network, who Mary hired to be my boyfriend, because she never expected me to figure any of this out. Right. But I did figure it out, and now she's grasping at straws. Right. And again, the doors and windows are not needed around here for entryway into my apartment. Okay. They're tunneling underground, and they can also get into here from the apartment next door. Okay. There doesn't need to be any physical evidence of anybody walking through the door or breaking through the window. I've been living here for 7 years, and I know that for a fact. Anybody knows how to play with audio? You might be able to mess with the audio so that you can hear the background noise better. I have to try to do that with my audio settings. But you should be able to hear that bass. If you can't, then I need to fix my audio settings. This is my daily life. Listening to noise harassment from the other side of that wall and from the street. It's my daily life, including theft and vandalism of my property, inside and outside. And they stole $4,300 from me from Social Security, which I'll probably never get back. They've been trying to make me homeless for almost 3 years. I'm hanging by a thread. I really am. I've got like $15 in my checking account, and I have to save 12 of those 15 for bus money. So that leaves me $3 until the 3rd of September. That's right. When I'm ready, willing, and able to work. But no, I've been blacklisted from employment, so even if I am lucky enough to land a job, it's a gangstalking setup, and I'm not going to be there long because then they're going to set me up to get fired. Okay. And on and on and on and on we go. My mother is involved. She is my handler. Her brother faked his death. He is involved. Her sister faked her death. She's involved. My ex-boyfriend, who is the Oakland County child killer, the OCCK, wanted from Michigan in 1977, is my ex-boyfriend. Okay. He's getting away with it because he's a part of this criminal network. That's how he is eluding capture. Okay. That's all right. I have been trying to blow him in since 2017. I've got an audio of the dog whimpering through the wall, which I'm going to attach to the video of him outside in the cage. Hang on a second, I'll read your chats. Alright, let's see. Hi, Kat. Hi, just me. I believe you, and a lot of the things you say, they do to me as well. They do the same thing to all of us. Slightly different, but it's the same protocol. I honestly think you may be the only person that will listen and believe me. No, there's a ton of us out there. They just watch me 24/7. Then they joke, get in touch with people I watch on YouTube that go live soon. What they do is, like, for instance, trip and fall over. I don't know exactly what you're saying there. An animal or something to mock me. If I put an item in my Amazon cart, the person will talk about that very same item that night on a live. Yeah, I believe you. They take things out of my cart. The hire gang-stalking actors in the hospital. They hire gang-stalking actors in the hospital. While in there, they try to be your friend and claim they have everything in common, even fake tattoos like the same as the person. I know. I can tell you so many hospital stories. People have had me mentally hygiene arrested 7 times for trying to speak out about this crime. Okay. Including once when I was in the actual library trying to contact the FBI. Yeah. Came right in and mentally hygiene arrested me right inside the library. Yeah. They have people who know pretty aren't that person to try to make you go nuts saying yes, yeah. They don't want you talking about the crime. Gen X effect. Hey, Kat, they are amping up their tactics, but I continue to fight them with the word of God. They hate when we pray and praise Jesus. Yes, they do. I actually have a gang stalking cat, who I know has a chip in her. And whenever I'm reading the Bible or watching a pastor, that cat will literally come over and start harassing me. I'm not joking. I just pray for them. I don't hate anyone, but man, this really is out of hand. They have some kind of smear campaign on me, and I have no clue of what, and honestly, I don't care what it is anymore. They use pedo a lot on people. Um, but yeah, the smear campaign is a big one. Because these people are narcissists, and once narcissists can no longer control you, they will control the way other people view you. And that's where the smear campaign comes in. They play fake audios of dogs barking, cats crying, even weird frequency noises outside. Yeah, they do that with me as well. They have a fake cat throw up noise so that I'll go running. If I drop a comb in my apartment, I will go outside and a random person will walk by and drop a comb in front of me. It's their way of letting you know they are part of the watch party. Yes, they do that shit. It's called street theater. It's almost comical at this point. I have to move out of my apartment of 10 years on August 31st. It's not looking good. I may be homeless with a cat. I'm sorry to hear that. They've been trying to make me homeless for 3 years. See, now that I commented in your chat, I bet anything that one of my gang stalkers will PayPal you or email you to do something weird so that I don't watch you live now. Nobody can manipulate me to do anything I don't want to do. Trust me, not even with money. So, you're good. I want nothing to do with this network. And there's no way in hell I will ever work for them or do anything like this to people. There's no way. It's not going to happen. I wouldn't do this for $5 million for 5 minutes. I wouldn't do it. Um, yeah. I cannot be, these people will not convert me. Um, they're about to go down. There's a lot of people talking about this. Prominent people. Like Candace Owens is talking about it. Uh, there's a lot of prominent people talking about this. Um, it's all over YouTube and TikTok. It's all over the place now. All right. But you know, when gangstalking gets taken down, because God does cause evil empires to fall, another evil empire will rise. Okay? We're not going to have peace on earth until the millennial reign with Jesus Christ. We're not going to have peace on earth until the millennial reign. The government may be allowing this to go on so that they can implement martial law, which is something they've been wanting to do for decades. Okay. So the gang stalking might stop, but then, you know, we got something else to deal with. Yeah, she's on tonight, Stephanie. I haven't seen her in over a week. I hope she's okay. Um, this is all part of God's plan, people. Everything that's happening to us is biblical. There's nothing new under the sun. God, Jesus was a targeted individual. He was. Adult bullies have always existed. They just have better technology now. I mean, back in Jesus' day, they couldn't watch you in your home with cameras, obviously. They couldn't zap you with direct energy weapons. You know, they couldn't live stream you on the dark web. But they still had the other aspects. They had the murder, the theft, the bullying, the slander. You know, Satan has had almost 7,000 years to perfect his evil craft against humanity. And God said at the end times it's going to be worse than any it ever was. And we can all see that heading that way. You know, anybody that reads the Bible, you can see it heading that way. There's going to come a time where kids cause their parents to be put to death. Yeah. It's in there. Right? Just praise God that you're on the right side. You know, that you're the oppressed instead of the oppressor. You know, if there's any positive that could come out of this, out of gang stalking and organized harassment, it's that number one, you didn't mess up your own life. Okay, right there should take a big heavy weight off your shoulders. And number two, you're on the winning side because we win in the end. I believe it. They screw with my comments all the time. So, yeah, Stephanie's coming on tonight. So, I'm gonna get off here. I don't like my lives to be too long until I live stream 24 hours. Alright, so hello, Alton. So, I'll see you guys next time, okay? Alright.